Good morning to all. Today let us discuss about three important terms. One is drift velocity, another one is mobility, the next one is relation between current and drift velocity. So initially velocity is nothing but displacement by time, that we know that. Whenever we say velocity is nothing but anything which is under displacement divided by time is called velocity. Let us consider a conductor XY. XY is a metallic conductor. It has free electron. A conductor has a free electron. Suppose if there is no electric field and the electric field is zero, means within a metal there will be a free electron, but the free electron will revolve around the nucleus such that it moves randomly in all direction and the displacement will be zero, therefore velocity is zero. So get my point. Velocity is nothing but there must be displacement. So when there is no electric field, all the electrons will revolve around the nucleus, therefore just like a fan revolving around the one axis. It will rotate or displace or revolves, but the net displacement is zero, therefore in the absence of electric field, velocity is zero, and therefore drift velocity is zero in an absence of electric field. Therefore I can say that in the absence of electric field, then the electric field is zero, drift velocity equal to zero, because the displacement of the electron is zero, because it moves randomly in all directions. But once the electric field is given, in the presence of electric field, E, now the electron will begin to move towards the positive terminal, but it will make a lot of collision with the electron and also with the walls and also with the ions, because the number of electrons available per unit volume is in the order of 10 power 28. Number of electrons per unit volume within this material will be in the order of 10 power 28. Imagine such electrons available within the distance of meter. Therefore, this electron has to collide with one another and also with the walls and also with the ions, because the ions already has lost electron. But electron, due to the lot of collisions, it cannot move comfortably. Therefore, it will experience some backward force. Somebody is pulling in the backward direction. As a result, electron will begins to drift. So therefore, electron will begins to drift. This drifted means it is not moving in a streamline flow. It begins to move just like a frog movement, or you can say that it is a kangaroo movement. Such a velocity is called drift velocity. This will occur only in the presence of electric field. Therefore, the presence of electric field, electrons, I am writing this is electrons. Electrons are drifted. Electrons are drifted. One more word I want to give another extra so description, that it is not an ordinary electron, it is free electron. Therefore, within a metal the free electrons are drifted towards the positive terminal. Drifted towards the positive terminal. Drifted towards the positive terminal with a velocity. Drifted towards the positive terminal with a velocity is defined as or called as drift velocity. You can also define the other way. Therefore, drift velocity is one with which the free electrons are drifted towards a positive terminal, with the velocity called drift velocity. But this is in the presence of electric field. Again repeating, free electrons are drifted towards the positive terminal with the velocity is called drift velocity in an electric field. This is very, very important. In an electric field E. Because in the absence of electric field, the velocity is zero. Now I am going to derive the small equation for this one. Where now the force experienced by each electron is given by Lorentz force is equal to electric field into charge of the each electron, E into E. But we know according to so Newton's second law, any force will impart acceleration, therefore force will give acceleration given by mj. Once the electrons experience a force, therefore acceleration acquired by each electron, acceleration of each electron, A could be written as F by m, or we can say that F is nothing but E by m. This is another important formula. This is called acceleration acquired by the electron. And this force, both this you can imagine, this is a force experienced by the electron, but according to Newton's formula, any force will always impact on the acceleration. Therefore, this we can take it as equation number 1. Our aim is to find out drift velocity. Now, using equation of motion. Using equations of motions, you can able to recall that there are three equations of motion. One of the important equations of motion is V is equal to U plus AT. V is equal to U plus AT. And this we can apply for, suppose if there are n electrons, you can apply this formula for each and every n electron such that we can write that V1 is equal to U1, but acceleration will be same for all into time of transition for that electron is T1. Then for V2 you can write as U2 plus A into T2. Then V3 is equal to U plus AT3. Likewise you can write for n electrons. Therefore, this average velocity of all, we are now calling it as drift velocity, is equal to V1 plus V2 plus V3 plus you add all the velocity of n electron and divide by n. That's all, average velocity. Now I am substituting. Therefore, this here after this is called drift velocity. V1 equal to U1, U2 all U1, U2, U3, etc. up to Un divided by n plus this A is common, plus T1 plus T2 plus up to Tn whole divided by n. So I am just separating all U1, U2 are separately and collected as a U1 average of U1 and average of time. But for all the electron, initial velocity is 0. Since the initial velocity is 0, we can say that this is equal to 0. Initial velocity of U1, U2, U3, U all are having initial velocity 0. Then A into this average of time of transition from one to other, that is time of transition from one position to the other, can be taken as new term is tau, where tau is called relaxation time, or we can say that it is a time of interval between successive collision. This is very very important. Therefore, we can say that drift velocity is given by the formula A into tau. A into tau. Now we substitute the value of A already you are having. By putting this value, we can write that therefore Vd is equal to A equal to E by m into tau. I am rewriting here, therefore drift velocity could be written as, you can take this as E and this tau is a constant, A tau by m into capital electric field E, and this Vd, this is constant, can be called as some constant mu into E. But this is the expression for drift velocity, a new term that we are calling as mobility. A new term, now we are using a term is called mobility. Therefore, we can say that mobility, here I am seeing the word mobility. Mobility is represented by mu. You see the expression for mobility, mu can be written as E into tau by m. This is the expression for mobility. But when you want to define mobility, you are using this expression, mu is equal to, that is drift velocity by electric field E. This is an expression for mu and this is also an expression. By this expression, now you can define what is mobility. Therefore, mobility is defined as drift velocity when the electric field equal to 1. Suppose when I say E equal to 1, then now you can say that mobility mu is defined as drift velocity per unit electric field. Only thing is electric field must be unity per unit electric field. That's all. But this mobility will have dimension because it is a physical quantity. Velocity as a unit is ms minus 1 and the electric field as a unit of volt per meter. When the meter is taken numerator, it will become m squared, v become minus 1, s become minus 1. This is the unit of mobility. Then what will be the value of mobility? E, tau, m all constant and mu is equal to velocity for unit electric field. Suppose E equal to 1, then this mobility mu is equal to 0.1 centimeter per second and the electric field is equal to 1. Suppose when the electric field increases, remember when the electric field increases, velocity will also increases. Therefore, velocity Vd is equal to mu, that is 0.1 centimeter per second and the electric field equal to 1. Electric field increases, velocity also increases. Or instead of writing 0.1, mu can also be written as 1 millimeter per second. That's all. Again repeating. In the absence of electric field, electron move randomly in all direction, displacement is 0, everything is 0. But in the presence of electric field, all the free electrons are gets drifted towards the positive terminal. That velocity is drift velocity in the presence of electric field. So in the presence of electric field, they experience a force. That force F is equal to electric field into E. This is important term. We know that according to Newton's second law, F equal to ma. Therefore, from this, now I am going to derive an expression for acceleration acquired by the electron with which they are migrated, acted on by force due to electric field. Therefore, acceleration is equal to F by m, that is E by m, that is equal to this one. But one more important point is, this acceleration is constant for all the electron. Then which will differ? The time of collision between the successive collision may differ from one electron to other electron. Therefore, to obtain this one, I am using the equation of motion for velocity U equal to A plus AT for first, second, third. This is mathematical. From which what we conclude that initial velocity equal to 0, but the time of collision between successive collision for all the particles is taken as average value, that we are calling it as tau, that is relaxation time. That's all. The remaining thing is just mere substitution. Therefore, I can say that this is the drift velocity formula, and we can say this is the expression for drift velocity, or you can also write this is the expression for drift velocity. We are introducing a new term is called mobility. Mobility is equal to this term. This is an expression, but for definition you are making use of this one. The next our aim is to derive an expression for current and drift velocity. Current and drift velocity. You know that whenever the electrons move, in this case electrons will move from left to right because this is positive and negative, but the current will flow from right to left. So in the initial itself you should know that current and velocities are opposite to one another, but the current is a scalar, velocity is a vector. Therefore, we are not taking any specific direction because current is a scalar. Okay, let us start. We know that in any conductor, current I is nothing but rate of flow of charge per unit time. If the charge flow is uniform, Q by T, otherwise it will be dQ by dt. Now we are taking charge flow is uniform, that is Q by T. And one more thing, you know that whenever you write a Q is nothing but some number of electron by T, where n is total number of electron present in the conductor xy. Now I have to find out what is the total number of electron present in the conductor in terms of electron density small n. Then I have to find out the time taken. Now this is not the relaxation term. This is the total time taken by the electrons to cross from y to x. The total time taken to cross the entire length of the conductor. So let us try. First we know that WKT means we know that electron density, number of electron per unit volume, electron density n is given by total number of electron per unit volume. Therefore, total number of electron can be written as n into b. This is our first one. If the electron density for any material is a constant, it is a intensive parameter. It is a constant for a given material. Therefore, if the volume increases, total number of electrons will also increases. Therefore, total number of electron in the conductor is number of electron per unit volume into total volume you have taken. Therefore, in this case, the volume of the conductor, you see, for any cylinder, area into length, the volume is area into length. Therefore, putting this, we can write the total number of electron equal to electron density into volume is A into M. We can take this as equation number. Suppose if this is 1, we can take this as equation number 2. The next one is what is the time taken by the electrons to cross from Y to X. I have to find out. Time taken to cross. Time taken to cross. Time taken to cross the conductor of length L. We know that any time velocity is equal to distance by time, or therefore time is equal to, you can write as distance by velocity. Here the velocity is drift velocity. Here the distance is total length of the conductor L, and the velocity which they are drifted is Vd. Therefore time taken to cross the conductor is L by Vd. Let it be 3. That's all. Now substitute 3 and 2 in equation number 1. Our aim is to find out the expression for current. Therefore current in a conductor. Therefore current in a conductor I is equal to, you see, therefore Q by T, or we can say that NE by T. What is N? L is given NAL. What is T? It is given here L. This is E. E is here. L by Vd is taken to the numerator. Naturally L will get cancelled. Therefore I is written as NAE into drift velocity Vd. Generally, to recall or remember in the mind, we used to read this as I is equal to Nai Vd. So that is very easy to recall. Therefore, what is the relation between current and drift velocity? It is Nai Vd. That's all. Equation number 4. Suppose if you want to substitute the value of expression of drift velocity here, then I could be written as I is equal to NAE. You see, the drift velocity is equal to E tau by m into electric field. Therefore, I can also be written as Nai squared tau by m into E. This is the relation between current and electric field. Suppose if you want to express electric field in potential, then this could be written as I is equal to Nai squared tau by m into This is potential difference between the two plates divided by length of the conductor L. And this is the relation between I and V. This is the relation between I and E. This is the relation between I and VD. These are all the relation. That's all. Therefore, if you know the expression for drift velocity, then derive some equation for drift velocity in terms of mobility. A new term formed in the expression for drift velocity is a mobility. Mobility is nothing but velocity, drift velocity acquired per unit electric field, and its value is 0.1 centimeter or 1 millimeter per second. When the electric field increases, velocity will also increases. Then our aim is to find out the relation between current and the drift velocity. Whenever the electron moves, it will constitute a current. Therefore, the flow of electron constitutes a current in the conductor is given by I and V are related by this formula. I is equal to IV. Very simple. I is equal to Q by T. Q NE by T. You know the expression for N. Then if you derive the expression for T, you can find out I. This is the relation between drift velocity and I. Relation between electric field and I. Relation between potential difference and I. This is the formula we are going to use to derive Ohm's law in the next class. I hope you will understood. Just if you have any doubt, please see it repeatedly. And the next class, any doubt we will discuss in our regular online class. Till then, I am leaving from you, Ananda Narayanan, your teacher. Thank you very much.